YouTube. Good night, good afternoon, good night, good morning, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Man, I got my new mics. I'm trying my mics. And I hope it's working. I hope so. I'll get somebody up in here and tell me if they can hear me or not. But man, how y'all doing today? I just, normally during this time of the day, I'm down at the White House. Normally. But today I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna stay in today and go live. Because it's been a minute since I've been live on YouTube. It just ain't got the same zeal that it used to have. I mean, I'm still trying to figure this thing out, man, of what's going on. And in doing so, sometimes you do get discouraged. Sometimes, discouragement is gonna set in. Sometimes it's gonna happen. But I see a heart up, so maybe somebody can hear me. So I see I saw a heart, so maybe I can be heard. But anyway, but and this is one of the things I want to talk to you about, because you see so many people that are cutting corners, taking a shortcut, and doing whatever they do, and really, and it's working. But then when you turn around and try to do it the right way, morally, don't sell your soul, to stand on what you believe, then you start facing rejection, and if you take it personal, it'll get to you. It really will. It'll, because most of the people, the fears that they have has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with them. They might be insecure in some areas. Okay? How you doing, Harper? Thank you for joining me. You're the first one up in here. I hope you can hear me. So my experience has been not to take this personal. Don't personalize it. That's what's going on, Bob. Thank you for joining me. That's been my experience, not to take it personal. Okay? All right? Which is sometimes kind of hard to do, because think about it. I started in 2020. Zane, thank you for joining me. Would stop hating each other because you disagree. And then people said, oh man, I like that message. And I have people every day when I'm at the White House will come by. Man, I thank you for your service. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I love this message that you got here. Look at that donation bucket and haul it, buddy. They out. They are out. I actually had one woman. She come down there. And I knew she had some game with her. But can I use your microphone? No, you can't use my microphone. Bring your own microphone. But you down here panhandling and doing all that, getting your money. But if you want to talk on a microphone, you can bring your own microphone down here. Bring your own system down here. I don't know who you are. Never met you. Don't know what you got on your mind. And then I turn around and give you my microphone and you start talking some garbage and people are going to think I'm with that. So, you know, and you can't, and let me tell you something else. When you're doing it the right way, you cannot, man, can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, just put a one in. I got three people: Harper, Bob, and Zane. Man, if any one of y'all still in here and you can hear me, just put a one in the chat box so I can know that I'm at least coming through. Okay, just put a one in the chat box if you can hear me, if it's coming through, if my mic is working. If it ain't working, then if I don't see no ones, then I know I need to get rid of this microphone. It ain't working. Um, but no, seriously, man. You doing it the right way, trying to be above board, trying to be in your integrity. Okay, Jennifer, thank you for joining me. Oh, these all might be bots. that's what that's what this is. These all could be bots. Yeah, yeah, because it keeps jumping from 2 to 4 to 13, and it don't never get up into them high digits. But maybe that'll come. That too will come. But and see, a lot of people are kind of like making this government shutdown a joke, but it's not a joke. This is real. And come Saturday, it's going to be the last day the Smithsonian is open, the museums and the monuments. Then they're going to be shut down. Okay? And this time, ain't no telling how long this government shutdown is going to go on, because we got some people that are determined not to work together, not to try to it's easier for them to blame one side or the other. And see, and this is the thing that you'll notice what's really working is the people that are blaming one side or the other for the problem. Like I see this woman talking about, Islam is taking over America. Well, the only way Islam can take over America is Christians aren't doing their part. Why you getting mad at Islam spreading, and then you get all these bootleg preachers in the pulpit sleeping with the sheep and doing all the other stuff? You ain't mad about that. If Christians was doing their job, they wouldn't have to worry about what Islam is doing. There wouldn't even be a concern. But the only reason Islam is spreading in America is because Christians are not doing their part. You got too many wolves in sheep clothing in the church. That's why Islam is taking over. Not because it's the best religion, because you got a religion now where what's called Christianity, where a lot of people are pimping it. A lot of people, man. I mean, churches have now become, generational wealth to be passed down to the children and the grandchildren. This is what churches are becoming now. They're just a stream of income for another generation. That's how churches are. Because look at them. All of the pastors are passing the churches down to their children. That's what they're going in this for. Oh, let me go in here and open up a church, and then I can pass this generational income down to my children and my grandchildren. That's what the Christian church is being used for. Man, I hope y'all can hear me. I ain't seeing no reaction. Am I coming through? Somebody give me a thumbs up or something to let me know that this I'm trying. I got a new mic set, man. That that I'm trying to work. I'm trying to see, and I just want to see if it's working. So I only got what I got: Harper, Bob, Zane, and Jennifer. I don't want. Oh, I done lost one of them. I done lost one of them. So say I got 3 people up in here. So I hope y'all can hear me, man. Or punch a heart or something. A thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Something to let me know you can hear me. Because if not, then I need to go in and change this microphone. But anyway, oh, I know how I can find out whether I'm coming through or not. I ain't got to keep asking y'all. I don't. Wow, Everett, man, thank you, brother. Thank you. Center on the app, OG. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, you did send me something. Man, thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Let me see here. Come on, here we go. There we go. Thank you, Everett. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Woo! And I got man, you the first person that's put money into this this you the first one, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Everett. Good to see you, brother. But so I was gonna see how it was whether or not I was whether you could hear me or not. I could test myself. I got 2 phones. I can go to my own live and see if I'm talking. Let me see if I'm coming through. And test myself. Oh yeah, I got 2 phones. I'm working. I go to my own live. I'm working. I'm working. I'm working. It's working. so, but no, man. Don't be discouraged about how things are going, how they moving, or what the case may be. Okay, because a lot of times when you stand up, when you take a stand, when you got something to say, you know, at first you're going to be nervous about speaking up because you don't know how people are going to take it. So consequently, you kind of you like walking on eggs because you're worried about what people gonna think. But when you get, oh man, let me show y'all what happened to me yesterday. I was down at Jim Comey was supposed to be indicted today, but he was indicted yesterday. So I go down to the courthouse, and I've had this woman, this white woman. I've seen her at a couple of Ukraine events, and she knows that I'm not for giving money to Ukraine. She knows that. Okay, so maybe a few months ago, her and this black girl came down, and and they wanted to talk about how come I don't support Ukraine. But anyway, I saw him yesterday at the courthouse, and a white woman was talking about, oh yeah, remember me when you was down with Ukraine? I said, yeah, I remember you. And I still, and the black girl was saying, yeah, well, she said, well, why do you do that? I said, because I can, because it's my right. Well, somebody can come and slap you in the face too. And when she said that, that's when I picked my phone up and I said, listen to this. Listen to this, y'all.
I would like to see somebody try to slap me across the face. I'd like to see somebody try to slap me. Why don't you slap me across the face and see what the fuck happened to you? All right, no. Why don't you slap me across my face and see what the fuck happened to you? Okay? Why don't you be that someone to slap me?
That's what she did. That's what she did. That's what she did. Knocked my phone out my hand. All right, and I said, and then threatened me. And I said, well, let's see what your employees are. You better lawyer up. Okay. And I went and I posted it on Instagram. I said, wait a minute. She got a keychain. She got a thing in her hand. Let me see what's on this thing that she hang around her neck. And Sherm, SHRM, right over there in Alexandria, was where she worked. Okay, and I'm like, wait a minute now. If you work for a private company, why are you at the courthouse when you're supposed to be at work? Why are you at the courthouse? So I called down and filed a complaint with Sherm, sent them the video, and the guy called me up, Felix Macy, called me up, and he act like he ain't want to take the report. And I was like, okay, I see how this is gonna go. Because he said allegedly one of our employees, but was she sure walking around with identification from your company? So why she was she on a lunch break when she was there? What'd she do? What they doing down here? And all because I don't think Ukraine should be getting any more money. They're offended by it. Okay, and that's the only reason. That's all. That's the only reason. So as a result, I don't know if she's gonna lose her job or not. I have no idea what they're gonna do to her. But you just can't, let your emotions get the best of you like that. And then you go out here and do something stupid, and now you're sorry. And then and I'll get the blame. If they terminate her, I'm gonna get the blame. Oh, you caused me to lose my job. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I ain't caused you to lose your job. You caused yourself to lose your job because you did something stupid. Matter of fact, let me let y'all see this again. Myself. I didn't say something. Why don't you? Wait a minute. Let me let y'all see this again. I would like to see somebody try to slap me across the face. There we go. I'd like to see somebody try to slap me. Why don't you slap me across the face and see what the fuck happened to you? All right, no. Why don't you slap me across my face? I said someone. I didn't say myself. Okay. Why don't you be that someone to slap me? Now notice the white woman in the background. See, she's the one that starts all of this. And I told the girl, I said, you messing around, girl. You out here backing the devil. Oh, what you mean? Enlighten me? Ain't my job to enlighten you. And then, cause when the shit hit the fan, okay, and if it hit the fan, this white woman gonna throw her under the bus. She gonna blame it all on her, and this black girl call herself defending this white woman. Call herself defending. Sherm, SHRM. That's where they work. So whether anything is gonna come out of it, and I thought about it. I said, man, really, that's kind of a waste of your time. But let's see what decision they come up with. And it will determine whether or not you want to waste your time to be involved or to do whatever you're gonna do. But the main thing is a lot of people see folk haven't really felt the effects of this shutdown yet, because we in the early stages of it. So they still trying to grasp this. But see, a wise person right now would be trying to figure out other streams of income. Okay, because you don't right now. I mean, if you're a federal government worker and they still trying to fire them, a lot of federal government workers. I mean, see, look, tax season is coming up, and over half of the IRS office has been furloughed. And look how many people that's going to be counting on their tax money. Okay, and it might not even come up. Because again, don't think that in a week or two, or this will be, no, man. You better dig in. You're gonna have to dig in for this. Okay, you're gonna have to dig in for this. And if you don't, if you don't, you're gonna suffer the consequences. It's just that simple. This is getting to be no joke, man. It's not. And see, and my solution to this government shutdown is all of the politicians need to forfeit their paychecks. Senators and Congress people, if you forfeit your paycheck, we might get the government open back up. But as long as the government is shut down, thank you. Hey, Tanya, thank you for joining me. But as long as the government is shut down, you don't have any sense, and your bills are still being paid, and you still getting your money. What incentives do you have of going trying to get and see? And we not only do we need term limits, but we also need to have them to forfeit their paycheck. They should not. These politicians should not be able to collect a check because they can't work together. They shouldn't still be able to allow to get a check. Why don't you forfeit your check too? So you can feel the same pressure that the average man and woman see. Listen, y'all. It's not the rich people that's going to be going through some changes with the shutdown because they got money. They still going to fly private. They still go on vacation. Might cost them a little bit more. They might lose some money. But the majority of the people that's going to be hurting are the middle to low income folk. Them people that's one paycheck away from a disaster. And there's a lot of folk out here right now faking it like they got it going on, and they are one check away from a disaster. Okay, so not only, and I mean, look at all of the National Guard that they got in the city. Man, they ain't getting paid. National Guard ain't getting paid. Not at all. They're not getting paid at all. And a lot of them, done left their families. They doing, and they still ain't. It's not fair. It's just not fair. That's why I keep telling you. See, the right way is sometimes the hardest way that you can go. Because see, if you get on that wide open road that everybody else is on, see, that's the easy way. See, when you want that wide open path, but when it's narrow, see, that's the hard way. Because most of the time, when you're doing it the right way, you're gonna be the trailblazer. You are the one that's clearing the path for others to follow when you're doing it the right way. And sometimes you don't get the appreciation that you should be getting. You see, and you can't let that discourage you. Keep doing the right thing, man, no matter how hard it gets. And then there are days when you just say, you know what? I'm taking off today. I'm gonna take a break today. I'm taking a break. I'm not gonna worry about anything. I ain't gonna do anything. I'm taking a break. Okay? You just gonna have to do without me today. And I gotta tell you, when you start seeing, you know, the results of what's going on, man, you'll wise up. You'll wise up. But don't be discouraged about um what people are doing, what they saying, how they thinking. Don't let that discourage you. Don't let that discourage you at all. Don't let that get you in a moment where um you see and to show you and what a lot of people don't think about, what if your left side or your right side of your body say, you know what, I'm going on strike today. I'm not working with you today. If one side, the left or the right side of your body say, you know what, I don't feel like doing nothing today. How well could you function with just one side of your body? How well could you function? See, so you're gonna have to have some agreement between the right and the left side to get something done. Well, the same thing with the government. How the government gonna work on just one side of the government working? How come the left and the right? We can't function with just the left or just the right. We need both in order to be effective. And folk are not looking at it like that. How you gonna be effective and you ain't got both sides working together? And what we need is some people that can argue, fuss, and fight and still get the job done. That's what we need. And that's what America is missing. And they don't want to show you that example. And that's the sad part. They're not willing to let you see that example. And every day I get people walk by me giving me a thumbs up, but they scared to say, you know what, man, I'll give you $1. I give you $1. Now, if everybody gave me $1 and I accumulated a large amount of money, then that means a lot of people with this. A lot of people believe this, but folk are scared to even part with it. But they'll go to Starbucks and spend $7 for a cup of coffee that only they would enjoy. But they ain't gonna give $1 to help something be successful that everybody can relate to. So the only thing I can do is just keep trying. That's the only thing I can do. Because I'm too far in the game, man. I'm too far in the game to give up now. And see, and that's one of the things you got to realize. But when you got some when you got some skin in the game, you treat it a little differently. You do it a little differently. But when you ain't got no skin in the game, you could care less about what's happening. You could care less. So it's just I don't know, man. What it's gonna take, I have no idea what it's gonna take to get people to come around and start loving each other, start caring about each other. And that's what we missing. Not only just in America, but the world, man. People scared to trust. They scared to trust. They scared to make a mistake. They're scared to, and some of them even scared to try. That's just, it ain't about making mistakes. I'm not doing that. What if? And when you start getting controlled by what if, man, you'll never get nothing done. Because you're gonna always be scared. And notice ain't nobody telling us, man, now let's stop being afraid of each other. Let's start talking to each other. Stop talking at each other. Ain't nobody's saying that. And then when you do start saying it, they look at you like a cow looking at a new gate. Like, oh, what is he up to? Well, since hindsight is 2020, then you can go back and say, well, 5 years ago when I started this message, stop eating each other, I was right 5 years ago. But how come it can't get no traction? And I was right 5 years ago. Why this message can't get no traction? Why? And you agree with it. Because most folk are afraid. See, and I always say this, good people are afraid of other good people. And they believe in the same Jesus and won't even speak to each other because they're scared. But they want you to follow their Jesus. But they got somebody that believe in the same thing they believe in and won't even speak to them. Scared of them. That's the job mentally that the system has done on people. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, so anyway, I just thought I'd just come on here, man, and give you a little insight into some stuff because you get right now you got a lot of people. You have a lot of people that are just paralyzed. They're actually paralyzed with fear. They're paralyzed. And they don't know how to get out of it. That's another tragedy right there. A lot of people are stuck, man, in some mindsets that they have no idea of how to get out of. And I'll tell you, if you dealing with some anxiety, some uh, fear, man, get into your Bible. Start reading your Bible. Get into Proverbs. Get you two different interpretations of that book, and start reading it every day. And don't it have an impact on your life? It really will. It really will. And see, the thing that we got to get back to is right and wrong is wrong. Right now, right is wrong and wrong is right. But we got to get back to right is right and wrong is wrong. And when you do that, see, you're gonna say what you mean and mean what you say. When you start getting back to your integrity, you're gonna say what you mean and mean what you say. There's no lie in that. When you say what you mean and mean what you say. And unfortunately, a lot of people won't be able to handle the truth that you bring to the table. Matter of fact, they'll find all kinds of reasons to discredit you because you saying some things that's making them uncomfortable. Hey, Steve, believe it or not, man, if you've been in DC for a minute, you don't panic behind this. That's one of the things that I've noticed about Washingtonians. You know, as many times as we've in the 50 years that I've been here, that we've gone through government shutdowns, man. I mean, people just people. And some of it might be illegal. Okay? Some of it just might be illegal. But they're going to find a way to keep their head above water. I mean, that's just automatic, man. That's automatic. See, when you step out on your faith and you believe in, when one door closed, man, you just keep, you don't worry about that closed door. You just keep going until you get an idea that's gonna work. So now it's not DC that's gonna panic, because in a sense, because we are the nation's capital, we still are insulated. It's not as harsh as it is for the rest of the world here in DC. It's not as harsh because we are the nation's capital. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's not harsh. But see, in the rest of the country, when things really start going south, it's going to be a lot harsher because they're isolated and by themselves. See, we are territory, Steve. We're not a state. We are a territory. And that makes a difference because being a territory, we still get money from the federal government. Okay? We still, and in our budget, we still get money from the federal government, even with this government shutdown. Okay? We still gonna get some payments from the federal government. Now, it might not supply all of your needs, but you still got something in the kitty. But there are some places, man, ain't gonna have nothing to fall back on. Not a daggone thing they're gonna have to fall back on. Cause ain't nothing there for them. And see, and this is one of the reasons I say, man, we have to have some of the stupidest people in the world right here that living in DC. We really do. And here's why I make that statement. We're the nation's capital. And everybody and their mom from all over the world want to come and visit Washington, D.C. And crime is out of control. Instead of us inviting people to come to the city to make them feel welcome, we're scaring them away from the city. See, this is one place they're going to come here and they're going to spend some money while they're here. And we scaring them away. How stupid is that? And nobody's talking about that. Wait a minute, we should be the friendliest city in the country. Because people are coming here to spend money. They plan their vacations to come here and spend money. Yet we got a bunch of idiots running around here like a pack of thieves, scaring everybody. And don't nobody want to address it. Our own mayor don't even know how to address it. She don't know. And I hope she don't. I hope this is her last term too. I really do. Marion Barry is the only 4-term mayor that we've had, and he really did a lot for the city, and she done already served 3 terms. So I hope she does not get a 4th term. I hope not, because she really is pathetic. Matter of fact, she's going along with the takeover of DC. She supports Trump's takeover of DC. Well, if you support his takeover, why do we need you? Why are we paying you that $250,000 or $300,000 you're making? If you okay with the government said, because they they had these National Guard people out cutting uh, doing landscaping. Wait a minute, what the workers of DC doing? What are they doing? If you got the National Guard doing all this landscaping, where the workers of DC? What they doing? How come? Okay,